Oh, I didn't put myself on the screen. I did not. Good morning. Whew, it's a beautiful Saturday morning here. And guess what? I slept until almost 5 o'clock this morning. Then decided to jump up, wash up, run to the grocery store. And I had said, okay, I have a live set for 6:15. Let me get in, get out. And that's exactly what I did. No one was in there. So I had a good time doing it. I need to go to the meat market after this though. Um, Hi Samantha, welcome back. Hi Christoph, Snuggle Bunny, good morning, my island girl. Deborah Mayo, Babs Bunny, good morning. Gamecock Jenny, Black Hat, good morning, sir. Um, oh God, I tell you, I I'm gonna do a stream and I'm probably gonna title it Threats, Lies, and Alibis. This shit between these two communities that I follow, this shit with three. This shit is crazy. Threats, lies, and alibis. I tell you, I think that's the name of my next stream. Threats, lies, and alibis. So, anyway, good morning, guys. It is gorgeous here. Well, it kind of rained yesterday a little bit, and I was kind of like snuggled up on the sofa. Then well, first I was laying in bed for a while. Then I said, okay, let me get to my sofa. So I laid on the sofa when I was listening to Amber and Texas Girl. And I saw Jen did an upload, well, pre-record, and I have an idea of what's upsetting her from just what she said, but I don't like to see her crying, and I don't know why she still lets this shit get to her. Like I told you, look at the people that are talking about you. It's raining here in the mountains of North Carolina. It would only be 70 degrees today. Hold on a second. Alexa, what's the temperature?
It's currently 63 degrees and fair in Spokane.
That's all she's going. I don't like her new voice. You see the new voice that Alexa has right now? The bitch has an attitude. So I need to go in and figure out how to change her voice. So I'm just upset. Alexa, what's the temperature today?
Today's high will be 89 degrees with a low of 58.
Thank you. I don't like that
You're
heifer.
welcome.
Oh, and then she had the nerve to say you're welcome. We spent the entire day in Chicago yesterday, so I missed everything about girl. What a mess. What a mess. I dipped into E11s for a bit, and then I realized that I caught like the tail end, so I dipped out, and I'll go back and listen to it. But what I did here, um, if somebody is telling you that they have your information, they're basically trying to silence you or threaten you, and that's what I took from it. But I will go back and listen to her whole live. Good morning. Don't say much. Good morning. Wisco Gal, good morning. I don't know what's going on between Jen and Rochelle, but I heard her mention Rochelle's name. She went in her live and she apologized. I think that happened last week, I guess. I have no idea. But my suggestion was to Jen a while back, stop jumping on people's panels. So I have no idea, but I need to go and listen. Yeah, I don't like her new voice. So, they updated Alexa. You had the choice with the different voices. I never chose yet. I said, I'll go back in and do it and listen to all of them. But they just gave me this one, and I don't like her attitude at all. I just don't like her attitude. It's nasty. I can hear it coming off that. It's 63 degrees. Fuck you. But I need to catch up with a lot of stuff that's going on. And not that I need to. I don't need to. Not at all. Um, but I would like to know people telling, did you know that that Brooke was on Maria's? No, don't watch Maria, not a member to Maria. But I do understand that my name came up, and then it was deflection on what was being asked. I understand that it turned into people didn't want to go into her chat because of Trump. That had nothing to do with me, nothing at all. So I'm gonna go back and listen. Then I was told that Kendra played it on Rumble, so I'll have to go and see and look at Kendra's Rumble to hear the whole thing for myself. But anyway, I've I stumbled across the craziest story, and before we get into the Devil's Den killer, Jack and Lily, also the four murders that occurred in Tennessee, they did arrest someone, and this bitch was actually getting a haircut, and then there was a verdict came in on the honor killing, and for the life of me, I don't know how they found this man and this woman not guilty of attempted second degree murder. I have no idea. Awesome way to start the day. Thank you, Black Hat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, oh, yes. So, if you would like to donate to the channel, you can do so. I don't need to have any bills paid. I don't need any hoagies. No, I need hoagies. I need cigs. I need a pop and a bag of chips. I'm gonna have to get this bacon shit down. So if you like to donate to the channel, please do. It's the start of a new month for us. Yeah, well, the new month started on the 31st. So, well, the first yesterday. So that way I can get a YouTube check because I depend on that YouTube check to pay my bills and stuff. And you know, okay. Anyway, I was going through and I was reading, I like to look at world news, okay? And I found this on the BBC. It said there was a baby born in the US from an embryo that was frozen 30 years ago. The baby was born to a couple in Ohio who adopted the embryo, and they gave the woman and the man's name. Lindsay, who's 35, Tim Pierce, who's 34. They welcomed their son, Thaddeus Daniel Pierce, on Saturday. And they're saying that it was something like from a sci-fi movie. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So the egg had been adopted from Linda Archer, 62. She and her husband had donated the egg in 1994 through IVF. You can freeze an embryo. Oh, I got to get the bacon shit down. I need coffee. I need community coffee. I need Jolly Rancher candy, which I really shouldn't be eating any of those because I had to go and have that damn uh thing redone again. Um they had, so Linda, the one that donated that had the egg, they had paid thousands of dollars a year for the storage of that egg. And she found a Christian adoption agency. They're called Nightlight Christian Adoptions, which runs a program known as Snowflakes. Many of these agencies consider their programs to be saving lives. So they donated the egg. Now, the couple that adopted the egg, but here's the thing, she wanted her egg to be adopted by a Caucasian Christian family, meaning if you're Black, Hispanic, Mexican, Asian, you can't get my egg. You had to be a white Caucasian family, Christian family, which we know what happens in Christian for what not most of them, but a lot of them. Um. So anyway, she said they didn't set out to break the record of the 30 years, but they're happy that the egg was adopted by a Christian white family. So don't forget, if you're gonna if you're gonna do your eggs, make sure you tell them who you want to get your eggs. Okay. So yesterday or the day before, the founder of Big Tent Republicans, Anton Lazero, he was found guilty of sex trafficking children. Guilty of sex trafficking children. Now, it seems a lot lately that we have a lot of, and I'm not being funny, I'm not trying to be rude, but there's a lot of Republicans that have been arrested for child pornography, for all kinds of stuff. So um, he was actually sentenced to 252 months in prison. And then he has 5 years of supervised release. I'm just like, and then he appealed it and he got a 21-year sentence. But you are a sex trafficker, a sex trafficker. And you're sitting here and you are a donor, a strategist, um, and you have big tent Republicans. So what does big tent Republicans mean? I mean, is that for you to, pass around kids like, like Jared from Subway? Okay, oh, thank you, wedding cake. Thank you for my coffee. Thank you, Wendy. That's what I'm trying to say. But I guess you do. They specify a Caucasian white. Seriously, it said Caucasian white Christian family. I thought Caucasian was white, but they wanted to be clear. A Caucasian white, high paying Christian family. I'm like, so I guess if I was to go, I would say, hey, I want to make sure my kid is adopted by an African American, Black, Asian, Mexican, Dominican Republic. I'm just going to put them all in there. But I'm going to leave out the white Caucasian family. That is so damn stupid. But that's what they said. Caucasian, white, Christian family. I would love to be able to track this child's growing up to see if he's better off with the Caucasian white Christian family. This is the woman who had her egg in frozen for like 30 years, and she decided to donate it, and it was adopted, but she had specifications on who can get her egg. No, Samantha, you are not eligible. And you know what, Samantha? My friend that comes in, her name is Darit Frank. She's Jewish and she's from Israel. And I've met her several times. She is, so if you see Dorit pop in chat, she's Jewish and she's white, but you don't qualify. You had to be white, Caucasian, and Christian. And I'm sitting there going, what? So, anyway, That was an odd story right there. So I just had to share that. But let's get to this devil's den thing, okay? So, first of all, no, let's do the verdict of the honor killing. Did everybody see the video of the attempted killing and how a couple of bystanders actually had to jump in and to stop them from actually killing their daughter? Well, they said no, it was just assault. They weren't trying to murder her. The jury said, no, 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 no. That's not what happened, guys. It is odd, but this is the honor killing, and this is the verdict. And I was listening to.
We, the jury, and the defendant Ihsan Ali, not guilty of the crime of attempted murder in the second degree as charged in count 1.
Not guilty, Christoph.
We, the jury, having found the defendant not guilty of the crime of assault in the first degree as charged, or being unable to unanimously agree as to that charge, find the defendant Ihsan Ali guilty of the lesser crime of assault in the second degree. Special verdict form. We, the jury, answer the question submitted by the court.
Oh my God, her daughter is 30. Darit's daughter is 32 or 33. Samantha, I'm gonna have to hook you up with Darit. She still has family in Israel, and she was gonna go this summer. And it took the act of God for all of us to convince her not to go there.
As follows: were Ihsan Ali and Fatima Ali members of the same
Not
family or
guilty.
household? Answer: yes. We, the jury, find the defendant Ihsan Ali guilty of the crime of unlawful imprisonment as charged in count 3. We, the jury, answer the question submitted by the court as follows: were Ihsan Ali and Fatima Ali members of the same family or household? Answer: yes. We, the jury, find the defendant Ihsan Ali guilty of the crime of assault in the fourth degree as charged in count 4. We, the jury, find the defendant Zahra Ali not guilty of the crime of attempted murder in the second degree as charged in count 1. We, the jury, find the defendant Zahra Ali not guilty of the crime of assault in the second degree as charged in count 2. We, the jury, find the defendant Zahra Ali not guilty of the crime of unlawful imprisonment as charged in count 3.
So how is she found not guilty of unlawful imprisonment when it was her and her husband that imprisoned this girl? How is she found not guilty?
We, the jury, find the defendant Zahra Ali not guilty of the crime of burglary in the second degree as charged in count 4.
Me too, Miss Lee. Well, I missed a couple of days, but I will check.
We, the jury, find the defendant Zahra Ali guilty of the crime of violation of a court order as charged in count 5.
He has a good mic. You know, some of these judges' mics are horrible. Jesus.
I am now going to poll the jury.
It was the one daughter in Texas. Him and his son did the honor killing of the daughter in Texas. Yeah, it was one. It was one daughter in Texas, and then there was an honor killing in New York in the park with a father and a daughter and a son as well. Darit,
And what that means.
thank you, Darit. I just texted her, Samantha. There is Darit right there. Darit, Samantha Stevens in the chat. She is Jewish as well. Her daughter is 32, and I thought the two of you should really meet. That's why I asked you to come in a chat.
Is that I'm going to ask each of you the same question. The first question I am going to ask is whether or not these are your verdicts. And then I'm going to ask whether or not these are the verdicts of the jury. Juror number 1, are these your verdicts? Are they the verdicts of the jury?
Oh my Jen.
Juror number 2, are these your verdicts?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror number 3, are these your verdicts?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror number 4, are these your verdicts?
Yes, it's their verdict.
Are they the verdicts? Are these your verdicts?
Let me just.
Are they the verdicts of the jury? Are they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror number 11, are these your verdicts?
Yep.
I am satisfied that these are the proper verdicts of the jury. Thank you.
So he was only guilty.
I am
of
satisfied that
43
these are the
assaults.
proper verdicts, that they are unanimous, and I accept them.
So I was just like, wait a minute here. They tried to, hold on. Here we go.
During this hour, especially during this first story that we're covering, you're going to get angry. You are going
I'm
to
already angry.
be livid. Trust me, as you hear the facts, hear the story, and see what happens, you're going to be outraged. But before we get to the outrage, let's talk about the kids. You know, at the end of every program, those of you who've been following me for years, I always finish by reminding folks to hug the kids. And for parents who have actual children who wanted to set their kids up, their teenage daughter into an arranged marriage. Now, I understand that there are cultural differences around the world, right? This child was being raised in the United States of America, so, you know, probably got a little flavor for what life was like for most kids in the United States. You know, teenagers, you go to school, you hang out with other teenagers, maybe you have a boyfriend. You know, you do kind of normal, everyday things that happen each and every day across the country. Now, they're not originally from this country, is what I gather from all of this.
All right,
and this arranged marriage was to set their teenage daughter up with a older man in Iraq. Now, I don't even know if she even knew who he was.
No, she didn't.
That's not clear. But what is clear is that the daughter didn't want anything to do with it. She absolutely rejected this, and as a result was subjected to abuse at home and then an attempted honor killing is what prosecutors are alleging here. Where did it take place? Right outside of the school, in front of her friends. And I'm calling this dishonorable abuse. I don't know how those two words go together, honor killing.
Exactly. That's why I like when I see the stuff on TikTok, the unedited version before they get the video and all that other stuff. Just tell me what the hell is going on. Let me see it for myself and let me come make my own decisions. So,
Own child?
I'm what?
Because she won't marry some creepy old guy from Iraq? Are you kidding me?
No, Vinny.
Anyhow, we know that in this country, and I don't know how the parents don't understand that you can't do this. They did it in a very public way in front of a whole bunch of people. But as I told you off the top, these people were seeing what was going on. They didn't just stand by and do nothing. They jumped in and saved this young girl from the hands of her own father that were around
He tries
her
to be
neck.
so emotional.
Now, we've got some video to show you. The Daily Mail obtained this video. The first surveillance is from a bus that is pulling up at the moment.
I went to look at it. I went to find it on TikTok again, and I couldn't because I think they had it taken down, because that way we'll see the unedited version of what was going on. But for the life of me, I could not find it on TikTok.
And you'll see the father go after the daughter and gets her onto the ground. And that's when the bystanders, including this teenager's boyfriend, jump in to save her. Let's take a look.
What? In front of the school. Oh, drop the link. Hold on, Darit.
You see that man stepping up? Someone stops their car in the middle of the road, gets out to help and save this child. We've got more video from this, again, obtained by the Daily Mail. And in this moment, you'll see that he, again, is on top of his own daughter, trying, according to prosecutors, attempting to kill her by choking her to death.
Look. Look at him. He was found not guilty of attempted second-degree murder. And he wouldn't let go of her.
And the folks there who were saving her, other folks that are there are calling 911. Police are responding. I've got the body camera video to show you tonight. You're going to learn a lot more in the aftermath.
Did you see it? Yeah, I saw the whole thing. That's the suspect or victim? That's the guy that was hitting the girl. Hey, God bless you. Hey,
He did.
Well,
He was trying to kill her.
And he wasn't trying to run away.
Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back now. You guys step back.
Hi, Chantel.
Was there any other person?
She didn't want to marry some old creepy ass man. This is a teenager in high school. Exactly, Wendy. Hi, my Nikkei.
Stay back.
Nikkei, you need to call me. I need to talk to you.
Stay back.
I need to call.
Stay back. Stay
Yep,
back.
not guilty of
Please.
second-degree murder. Guilty of fourth-degree assault.
Right up there.
Get the fuck out of here. Where is the daughter now?
I got the mail. He's detained by the bus stop. He's going to be the primary aggressor.
What do you need?
Hold on, Darit.
I know. It's the runaway?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Well, runaway
Good morning.
somewhere.
Hold on a
We got
second.
somebody in the office.
Maybe just witnesses, whoever saw whatever. I think that guy in the backpack saw some stuff.
All right, cool. So you good here?
Yep. Right up there, yeah.
There's somebody in the office.
So it's her sister,
You can cross-reference my runaway call.
and she's telling them her mom was trying to kill her and the dad, but he's not guilty.
Yeah,
So they're in there.
Let me get my gloves on.
Not guilty.
I'm going to get him up to my car. Make sure he's got nothing on him.
They had him in the dirt.
Oh, I got one inbound.
How to choke your own daughter to
That's mom.
death? And you're not guilty?
Hansa? Hey, get up. Okay, we're going to walk to my car over here, okay? Hang on tight.
Walk forward.
Okay. So just right, so you're detained right now, okay? You understand that? Okay.
He said, what's the problem?
Stay right there.
Darit, what do you have to say about this attempted honor killing?
This is the problem that follows this country. They come in from Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan. They're Muslims, and this is their beliefs, and they carry it forward into America thinking that they could do whatever they want to do. They don't have to follow the laws of the land. Even though they're in America, they came here to make money, and to have a better life, but not for their children or for their wives. There's total disrespect, and this is how they live back in their home towns.
Hmm.
I understand they came from Iraq. And this is despicable, but this is how these poor women live.
Now, Dorit, where you weren't raised in Israel, right?
Yes, I was. I was there
Oh,
till I was 7.
that's right. Jesus Christ.
But don't forget, we had Muslims, we had Christians, and of course, Jews. Uh, a lot of Arabs did not flee when we became the state of Israel. They stayed and made a beautiful life for themselves. And we all live in harmony and everything's fine. And they don't have all this craziness going on because Israel won't tolerate it. But in all the other Middle Eastern countries, this is how the women live. This is how they're treated. There's no respect for human life. If you're a woman, you're nothing. You're a rag.
Samantha, if you want to come up, I can drop the link again for you. I
I
was
don't know what
just,
happened to my picture. My beautiful picture was gone.
I don't know. Well, this is restream, so I don't know.
You're gonna have to find it.
Well, I saw it in the chat. So your beautiful picture does show in the chat. It's just not
Okay.
come up on stream. But you are when I tell you Dorit is beautiful, I am not joking. Dorit's skin is just gorgeous. And every
Thank
time I
you.
see her, I tell her. And I was like, because she's had a couple of surgeries, right? When I saw her the last time, almost a year ago. Uh
Yeah.
yeah, look, that's the longest it's been since I've ever seen you. I normally see you every 3 to 4 months. So almost a year ago. And when I looked at her, I went to her beautiful home and I said, "Oh my God, your skin is so beautiful." I said, "You are a truly beautiful woman." And
I
she
just
did.
had back surgery.
Yep,
Yeah.
yeah, just had the back surgery. And I cooked for her too. Okay. I went
Yeah.
and
I couldn't.
cooked.
It was delicious too.
But I know when I come back again, you're gonna have to cook me a traditional. And I don't want you to
I
order me
will.
nothing. I want you to
No,
cook for me. Okay.
I will.
I want you to cook. I don't
I
because she
promise.
order DoorDash. Let's just order some DoorDash. No, I want her to cook. So, but no, she is a beautiful person inside and out, and that's one thing I
Thank
do
you.
love.
Thank you.
And I talked to her last night, and I said, "You were supposed to call me." She goes, "I did call you." I said, "No, you didn't." And Dorit, your call didn't come through because I went
Okay.
through, checked my missed calls. It didn't come through,
All right.
but yeah, she is a beautiful person and she's fun to hang out with. She's really, really fun. And when she meets me, like we'll go to dinner or go to a show, and then we'll go to a casino, and Dorit will be like, "I'm only going to play this amount." And then she'll go, "I want my money." And she gets worse than I do. She goes, "No, I don't put too much money in here. I'm getting my money back." And when she gets her money, she really quits. She'll stop when she gets her money back. But
Oh yeah.
she's fun.
Yeah. I'll sit there like you, yelling at the machine, cursing it.
Give me my damn money. Give me my bonus.
Yeah, we play the Three Little Piggies.
Yes, that was
And that
fun.
red little piggy is a pig. All it does is eat, and never coughs up the money.
Hmm. But you did get your money back off that machine, though.
I did. I did. Yes,
Yeah,
I
but
did. I can't wait till you come back.
I can't wait to come back either. But I'm telling you, it's um we're well. I'm gonna be gone the third week in August. We're taking the cruise with my sons and my grandkids. So I'm gonna do that with them, and that should be fun. So we'll see. Good morning, caregiver. But I know I told you I will be there before the end of September. I promise you, I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll be there before the end of
I'll
September.
look forward to it.
Yep.
Is
So
Samantha coming up?
I don't know, Samantha. Do you want to come up? Hi, caregiver 56. Adam, it's nice to see you. There are killers in every group, but we forgive honor killing because afraid of being canceled. No, I don't forgive honor. No. You okay, if you're raising your kid in the United States, if you wanted to live the way you lived in Israel, Iraq, or wherever, go back there. We don't do
Don't say Israel. Don't say
well, not Israel.
Israel.
That's what I said. Not look, go back there. But I know when I was in Texas, the father actually killed the daughter because she was engaged to marry this Hispanic guy, and he didn't want that in his family.
I
So
remember that. Didn't he chase her down a bridge or something?
yeah, and kill. And I'm trying to think, did he attempt to kill the other sister? I need
Yeah,
to.
yeah, they were all with her. They were all together, and he
Yes,
chased her down and shot
yes.
her.
I need to find that story because somebody said it was two, and I was like, I think he was trying to do that, but he wanted the older one first because she was the one that was with the Hispanic guy. Okay, so let me drop the link for Samantha. She said she'll come for a few minutes. Hold on. But when she said that, because I was doing the story about this couple that had frozen their egg, and they specified that they wanted a Caucasian white Christian family to adopt their embryo. So you couldn't be Jewish, you couldn't be black, couldn't be Hispanic. You had to be not just
Well, that's their
Caucasian.
right. That's their right.
I've never
And their
heard of that
privilege
dual
living in
adoption.
America, because
You know,
it's so mixed now. If that's what they wanted, that's they have a right.
thank you, T Love. She said that they killed both of them. Thank you. I couldn't remember. I need to find that story, but I kept because they were thinking that it was and then when they started investigating, they found out it was the father, and he had the sons. And they, girl, it was. I'm gonna find that story and I'm gonna show you. It was crazy. It was crazy. Women are targets in a minute they are born there. But you know
There
what?
there is no value to them other than to cook and clean and be a slave.
So when I found out what they did to young girls in African nations, you know how they cut out their.
Yeah, but that's not only in Africa, that's also the Middle East.
I didn't see. I did not know that. I heard about it when this girl escaped because her mother and them were trying to, and this happened in the United States. Matter of fact, was it Maryland? They were trying to do that ritual in the home, and they don't want them to have pleasure down there.
Right.
But to read up on that shit.
They don't want, because that's not what they're there for. They're there to be a slave, to have their children, but they're not there to enjoy life or have any pleasure.
Yeah, but it's crazy. But the
They're
fact,
maniacs. They're all maniacs. I'm telling you, you got to be careful.
but to read, to do that to your own child.
And you know how painful it is? They
No,
don't, it's very, very painful. They
I
don't use
remember when
anesthesia.
I hit my, on the bicycle seat. That was painful.
My girlfriend is from Sierra Leone, and she had that done to her when she was a teenager.
Are you serious? Of course you're
Yeah,
serious. And there's no
yeah.
medical thing they do it. I mean, they don't try to numb you or anything.
No, her name's Patricia, and she thinks I'm her mother. And I keep telling her I'm not her mom, but I can't convince her of it. And we don't look anything alike. And she goes, "But you're my mom." I said, "Okay." But yeah, they did that to the poor girl, and she goes, "It was the most painful thing I ever had to go through in my life."
Hold on, Samantha, you don't need to put your picture there. Just come up. When it says allow mic and stuff, say yes. And then when you get backstage, you can turn off your camera if you want to. But yeah, so I use Restream. You don't have to have your picture. because I
That's
sent the
why,
pictures there.
yeah, the Restream. What was the other one that used to come up without a
StreamYard.
problem?
StreamYard.
Yeah, StreamYard. I had no problem with.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Sarah motherfucking Z. How you doing, girl? That's my girl, right? Sarah, I have to catch E11's replay because I came in towards the tail end and I was kind of lost. I just knew E was upset. So I will rewatch. Well, not watch. I'm going to listen today. I'm going to listen to E11 stream today. But I said I was going to do a stream called Lies, well, Threats, Lies, and Alibis.
And you know what else?
What, baby?
If a stranger doesn't like what you're wearing or doesn't feel you're covered enough, and this is back
Uh-huh.
in their homeland, they'll beat you up.
What? Hold on. I have Samantha.
Yeah,
Wait a
they
minute.
will beat
I
you.
don't see
They will
her.
beat you up.
There she
If
goes.
you're in a, if even if you're in a car, they'll pull you out of the car and beat the living shit out of you.
Samantha, your camera's on, baby. You want to turn it off?
Yeah.
Okay,
How?
turn your camera off. There you go.
There
Samantha,
you go.
Oh,
Dorit, that is Samantha.
hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
You know, I still light the candles every Friday night, even though I'm by
Um,
myself. I
it's a
do.
sweet tradition, right? It
hmm
gives you a warm feeling, right?
Growing up, we had Shabbat every Friday night, and
Mhm.
but even now, when I'm usually home, so I do it. I'm more of a cultural Jew than religious,
I
and that's part
I'm
of my
reformed.
culture.
I'm
I am
reformed.
too. I am too.
And I'm
But
more
the
spiritual,
traditions,
Wonderful.
but I celebrate all the holidays.
I
And
do
you can
too.
ask me about them. I know a lot of things, you know, Heidi and I have a lot of nice discussions about the Jewish religion and the Middle East and
hmm
what came about. I know a lot. I studied it a lot. I lived it.
Yeah, I think
You know,
we've all,
and
well,
I was telling her, when the bombings were going on, I still have PTSD from it because when I was a child, they used to have country drills, like a fire drill, and in the middle of the night, the drills would go off, and you didn't know if it was the real thing or not. And my grandmother would pull me out of bed, and everybody would run down to the bomb shelters. And I would always, when I got older, I'd run into the refrigerator and take food, and nobody else
no.
did. Nobody else did. And I'd hold on to my sack of food, and I would say to everybody, I'm not sharing. If you didn't think enough to bring food for yourselves, that's your problem.
Mm. I have friends over there, and I mean, they all have shelters in their houses,
Those are the new
and
homes, in the new
people
homes,
talk
but the older
about,
homes, yeah, in the
yeah, but
older homes, they don't. The new
people
homes are
over
built
here
with
talk
bomb
about,
shelters.
yeah, people over here are talking about building bomb shelters because of what's going on in the
Yeah,
United
right.
States. But
Yeah, so
to Israel, it's a way of life.
it's a way of life. And
Yeah.
I said one time to my grandmother, I said, Grandma, because we're underground. I go, well, what if they bomb our building? How are we supposed to get out of here? And she said, shh, be quiet. Don't get everybody
Yeah.
upset. And I'm like, but
hmm
how are we supposed to get out? There's no doorway to get out if they bomb us. And nobody ever thought of that, when they're in the rooms there, they thinking,
hmm
oh, we're going to be protected. Yeah, if they find us. But
Yeah.
I thought that way when I was a little kid. My grandfather always said I had a mouth and a brain of a lawyer, but I thought I had you know a good question. What the heck? How are we supposed to get out of here?
Right. Right.
And and now they don't tell you, they show you the bomb buildings and everything, but they don't tell you that now they're digging up people trying to find them in the buildings that are stuck in the bomb shelter. You don't know
Exactly.
the building got blown up, but you don't know exactly where your room blew up into. So now
hmm
they're digging up people. screaming babies, and oh, it's terrible. But
Yeah.
they don't show that in America.
Can I
You know,
actually
my
ask a question? Have you guys ever been faced with having an arranged marriage?
No,
no.
but my grandmother, and my grandfather were arranged marriage,
Okay.
and my
Okay.
grandmother couldn't stand him.
Okay.
But then
Okay.
they learned to love each other, and she loved my grandfather a lot. But she felt she was too good for him.
My first husband, my daughter's father, converted to Judaism.
Uh huh.
Was that the only way you
But it
guys
didn't make him Jewish. The
um
love of my life, though, was a born Jewish man, and
So yeah. So
Samantha,
you sound Ashkanazi. I'm from the Middle East. My family is all from Kurdistan, Iraq. I'm Sephardic.
okay, I am Ashkenazi.
Yeah, you sound
oh, she knew
Ashkenazi.
that
I could
too.
pick up on it too.
But I also have Crohn's disease, and it's in my nose right now,
Oh,
and I'm so my voice is. But I guess you can tell anyway.
Yeah, I think you can tell the Ashkenazis and no, my mind just blew.
oh my God. Over 5,000 women and girls are murdered every year in honor killings globally.
That's just
That's right.
horrible.
That's
Oh
right.
my
That's just horrible.
thank
But you
you.
know what? I am one of 5 daughters. My parents would have never done anything like that to any of us. They just, but of course, life
It's
is
not
different
part
for
of our religion. It's not part of who we are.
right.
Oh
But
my
this,
God.
how did they find them not guilty? I just don't understand it.
I
I
don't
don't
know,
either.
especially with that video evidence right there.
And
He
where is this poor girl now?
I don't know, and that's what I wanted to find out. I'm sure she's not in the home anymore.
I hope she's I hope she's been placed somewhere where she's safe and name change and all
Who
that
knows what they're
stuff.
gonna have to do now to
But the mother
They're
was
going
found.
to have to
hide her?
protect her.
Yeah, the
The
mother
mother's
was found out
brainwashed.
on everything.
The
So,
Yeah.
mother's brainwashed.
but when
The
she was
mother was afraid that
testifying,
she would be killed if she didn't abide by her husband's wishes.
yep,
Mm.
when she was testifying, she was crying, and then the
Oh.
others. I mean, you need to watch the trial, but I dropped the link for the video for everybody to watch so you can see for yourself. I still don't know how they found this monster not guilty. And fourth degree? Are you kidding me? He hasn't been sentenced yet, I don't think, because I left after I heard that. And I need to
He's
go back.
going to just get a slap on the wrist.
It's disgusting, and I'd like to hear
Hmm.
what the jury has to say.
Well, I don't know if
Yeah.
they're going to be doing any interviews. Let me look. Uh yeah.
I
And
I
then
mean,
wonder what
this has happened way too many times in America.
I wonder what the demographic of the
You know,
jury was.
look at Stacey Anthony. I mean,
Casey Anthony.
Casey Anthony. She
Oh,
got away
yeah.
with murder.
There's another one. Yeah. Hmm.
But in that case, there was no video. Okay.
Right,
The
right,
evidence wasn't there. They knew she probably did something, but there was no, even the medical examiner couldn't tell you how the child died. She just knows she's dead. She
right.
can't say if
Yeah.
it was homicide or not.
Yeah,
How
Right.
but
the body was
yeah.
hidden for a reason until it was damn near decomposed. You know what I mean? Same thing with Sebastian Rogers. See all this infighting in these different groups. I think people forget about Sebastian Rogers. Where is
And you
this?
know what? Let me tell you something. Don't think the women are that innocent either. Because if they don't like what you're wearing, or you've done something that they don't like, and you're in the middle of the street with them, they'll beat you up.
Jesus
The
Christ.
women aren't that innocent.
I didn't say
Mhm.
the women were innocent, but they seem to go along with anything that the man has to say, and that's just
Right,
the way it
right,
works here.
right, right.
Yes, that's the culture. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Hi, not my real name. Welcome. I'm just like, and I was watching TV yesterday. I was watching my shit. My show on HBO Max, The Gilded Age, and I had my earpiece in my ear and I was listening because we were on Verdict Watch. And I jumped up off the sofa. I'm like, are you kidding me? When she was rushing through the papers to get all the
Mm,
jury forms in order, and then she says, not guilty of, I said, wait, what? Was found guilty of violating
exactly.
order, but not guilty of second degree attempted murder, second degree assault, and second degree burglary. So she's just violated a protective order. So they've got this young girl. I hope they have both daughters
I
because
hope so.
this man is crazy. You want to arrange a marriage to an old man, probably because it's going to bring some kind of status and financial benefit to the family.
Exactly. Of course. What do you think? They bring you rich men, older men that want young girls, and they support the family and they buy the wife. They actually buy the wife.
Yeah.
So Mari says, I followed this case. So Mari and I actually watch just about the same cases a lot of times. She said, I followed this case, Heidi. He's still to be sentenced. Yeah, he hasn't been sentenced yet. And the daughter is not at home. What about the other daughter? She's in protective custody. They don't
I hope
know
so.
where she's
Yeah.
at. Okay, so the other sister lives alone in an apartment. Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
As long as the parents can't get to her.
But the mother tried to get to the other daughter. That's how she violated a protective
Mm.
order.
Oh, okay.
Going a little off subject, but the war we're in with Iran, when the planes were going
Michaela.
overhead, they showed the Iranian people calling up into the planes, Israel, please come save us. We're waiting
Mm.
for you. Where are you?
So yeah, her name was Michaela, and I don't see her on IG anymore. I don't know what's going on with Michaela, but I guess I need to check on her because she was going through a lot of medical issues too. But then Michaela likes to change her name a lot. But I haven't seen her around and jumping on any panels. Let's see. The older daughter is already compliant. I hope Fatima is kept safe. Okay. Can't stay, but there was a younger sister and two boys. At least his daughter is 18, can get a new identity in life. Oh, God.
And move far away and really be like in the witness protection program.
Yes,
See, sadly,
definitely.
I couldn't believe that verdict when I heard that. Girl, I jumped up off my sofa. I was like, what are you? And then I had to go and see, can I find that video? And I found it because I just started combing through all the court TV stuff. But I was looking for it on TikTok because they put it on TikTok. It was unedited, no voiceovers. And I think they must have taken it down.
And here they have guns, and in the Middle East they stone you to death.
Yep, they stoned you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh my God.
Dory, my daughter went on her birthright trip to Israel when she was a senior in college, and she just loved it there.
Did she go by
But
She went to
herself?
the
everywhere they went,
kibbutz.
they had guards with them, armed
Okay.
guards.
Oh yeah.
But she loved it over there and said that if she didn't get into the graduate school of her choice, that she probably would go back and
Yeah.
live there for a year just so that she could see more and maybe teach English or whatever. But she did end up getting into the graduate school that she wanted, so she didn't go back, but she loved
Yeah.
it over there.
My daughter went also when she graduated, and her father lived there. So I sent her to her dad. I didn't send her for birthrights, but
Hmm.
she did go to the kibbutz and spend 3 months in the kibbutz and the whole nine
Hmm.
yards that they do with the birthrights. But she didn't do it like a birthright.
Right.
So,
Well, she had
so
somebody
she
there to
got,
stay with.
because both her parents are Israeli, she had the honor of doing a week boot camp in the army.
Oh.
She said they almost
Wow.
killed her. She has a T-shirt that wears it. They tried to kill me, but I made it.
Good for her.
Now, and they teach you everything. And they took her to the armory, and they gave her A13, and there they
What's
tell you shoot the
A13?
A13, the guns, the
Oh,
rifle.
A13. Okay.
Yeah. So it's mannequins. And they tell you shoot the head, shoot the knee, shoot the
Mm.
stomach. They tell you spots in the body. My daughter, the first time around, hit every single spot. And the general there said, we're going to take you for sharpshooter. And the minute I heard that, you know how fast I got my daughter out of the country?
I'll bet. Yeah, good for
Because
you.
they're on the front lines. They're on the front lines.
Exactly.
And I said,
Yeah,
oh, no, hell, she's not. I said, you send my daughter right back home.
that's right.
And she
Yeah.
wanted to stay. I said, do you realize you'll be on the front lines? You're not going to be in the back, in the office eating bonbons,
Hmm. Yeah.
And I was scared for my life. I said, oh my God, what did I do?
Well,
It's scary.
yes, thankfully she returned home safe.
But that's my daughter, right? Heidi, she's a sharp kid.
Yeah, her daughter is beautiful too. She looks like
Thank
her
you.
mom. Uh but but I definitely wanted the two of you to meet. And Samantha, I don't know if Amber, a Texas girl, has your email or something, or you
They
can.
do.
Okay, I will send you. Dorit, is it okay if I give Samantha your number?
Sure.
Okay. So, as a matter of fact, Dorit, can you put it in the back chat?
Um,
Okay, you don't know how to do that, do you?
well, no, it's different on the
And I
restream.
don't know how to work it on this.
Okay. So I'll get the email address from Texas
Wait
Girl
a minute, wait a
Amber,
minute, wait a minute. Let me see here.
but she doesn't know how to work it. So,
Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, no.
so if you
Oh, I
see
see
it
the private chat. I do see the private chat.
yes.
I hit the private chat, but the
Okay, hold on.
keyboard.
I'll
Okay,
put it
hold
in
on,
there.
hold on.
Okay. Because I have to finish with this so I can get off. So hold on a second. Dorit, I'll do it for you. Hold on.
I did it.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Oh, perfect. Okay. I'm going to screenshot it. Hold
Yeah,
on.
take a picture of it. So that's Dorit right there. I think you
All right.
guys would
I
get
just
along
took a screenshot of it, so I've got it. Thank you.
because I saw you on Amber and Texas Girl panel the other day, and when I saw you, you reminded me of Dorit, and I said, "Oh my God, you did remind me of Dorit."
Oh,
So I
well, I'm
just
going
said
to take that as a compliment because she
I
seems
was,
like a lovely lady.
and because your hair coloring but you have a little more brown in yours. Dorit has that silver black. It's just gorgeous. Well,
I
blonde is
wish
silver
mine
black.
would just go all silver. It's
Uh
just
huh.
not,
Mm-hmm.
but
But
anyway.
Dorit's here, and you guys wear it just about the same way. That's what I looked and I said, "Oh my God!" And I was listening to you talk, and I didn't know that you were Jewish or anything until you said it in the chat. You just reminded me of Dorit when I saw you. Okay.
Well, as my mother says, the Jewish girls hold the Kiddush cup, which
All right.
means which means we have a certain je ne sais quoi about us.
Okay, that's why Dorit get all these men. But I appreciate both of you coming up. I need to
Thank
drop
you for having me.
you. Thank you. Okay, have a great one, guys. I appreciate you guys coming up. Okay, so okay, we have it. Oh my God. I made a match, guys. I made a match, a friendship match. Okay, let's get on with the devil's den. So we're gonna hear about this guy that killed the mother and the father. And they said that they were protecting their daughters. He stabbed them to death. Then he goes and gets a haircut, and he's a 28-year-old teacher. He's a teacher. He's a teacher. This shit is crazy. And then we're going to listen about the 4 people that were murdered And the baby was dropped
yesterday and
off.
now faces capital murder charges, 2 counts. 5
He's
News
a
reporter
teacher.
Claire Everbach joining us now. And Claire, today you've been able to really dig deep into all the information that we have built up in this case.
Darren, this case is understandably sparking national attention as people want to learn more about this tragedy that took the lives of a husband and wife who were hiking with their 2 daughters. Here's everything you need to know about the case, starting from the very beginning.
Medic 4, circular first responders, stage 4 police, assault, possible stabbing, Devil's Den State Park.
It was Saturday, July 26th.
We're all sweeping the trail, me and I've got a maintenance person with me, interpreters with first aid kits trying to locate the family.
At 2:40, a call came into Washington County Dispatch from Devil's Den State Park. There were 2 bodies on a trail.
We responded to a call for service at the state parks. 2 young children were found and indicated that something had happened to their parents on the trail.
5 News was first on the scene, working to get information. 6 hours later, at 8:40 p.m., Arkansas State Police, or ASP, sent media a release confirming not only the murders, but also the manhunt that was underway for the killer. Some area residents we talked to in the days after were concerned and wanted to know what police were doing.
It very much concerns me, but I'm just hoping that they maybe have information that we don't know about, and hopefully there's some lead, if any lead, and hopefully they're able to, catch the person, whoever did this, because it's just crazy what's going on.
New information provided Thursday shows law enforcement from multiple agencies were fast to start tracking a suspect. A preliminary report even going into detail about a witness who told police they saw a man with blood on his face emerge from the trail and drive off in a black 4-door sedan.
I want to thank the public for providing images and videos from cell phones, home and business security footage that directly advanced this investigation. The information that was put out and the request for information back from the public directly resulted in this person being brought into custody.
On Sunday, state police identified the victims as 43-year-old Clinton David Brink and 41-year-old Kristen Amanda Brink. 5 News confirmed the couple recently moved to Prairie Grove. They were hiking with their 7- and 9-year-old daughters during the time of the attack, who are now staying with family.
What those girls are going to go through for the rest of their lives, seeing their parents stabbed to death.
Family members released this statement we obtained through CNN. The family is asking for privacy during this very difficult time as they grieve and learn how to navigate this new reality. They ask that if anyone has any information at all that will help the investigation, to please contact the proper authorities immediately. Clinton and Kristen died heroes, protecting their little girls, and they deserve justice. They will forever live on in all of our hearts. Then on Tuesday, ASP released this photo of the potential suspect. On Wednesday evening, law enforcement said they found 28-year-old Andrew James McGann getting a haircut at Lupita's Beauty Salon in Springdale. 5 News talked to employee Adriana Ruiz, who says she had just started cutting McGann's hair when officers came in just before 5 p.m.
Something fell off about him. He looked pretty scary. He didn't look like he was okay.
Within hours of McGann's arrest, Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders joined Secretary of the Department of Public Safety, Colonel Mike Hager, and Secretary of the Department of Parks, Heritage, and Tourism, Shay Lewis, at the ASP Troop L headquarters in Lowell. Governor Sanders says this kind of violence has no place in Arkansas.
It has no place anywhere. Anywhere. What was the purpose of stabbing these people? They didn't do anything to you. You don't know them, but you took a mother and a father from their 2 little girls.
Like that should ever take place.
Let's just go back to him getting his hair cut. Hold on.
Had gotten a job to work at a local school here.
Now, why are you doing this?
We've also confirmed that McGann worked for the Louisville Independent School District in Texas. In a statement to 5 News, the district says McCann was a teacher at one of their elementary schools in the 2022 to 2023 school year and was placed on administrative leave following concerns about classroom management and behavior. And Broken Arrow Public Schools in Oklahoma confirmed in a statement to CBS affiliate KOTV that McCann was a teacher during the 2023 through 2024 school year. A second press conference held at 2 Thursday afternoon in Little Rock gave new details on the investigation, including the couple died from stab wounds. And Colonel Hager confirmed that DNA positively put McCann at the scene of the crime.
We do believe he acted alone. We have absolutely.
So you see how quick they got that DNA back, right? Hi, Marcia. They got that DNA back, but we're gonna take a look at Lita too.
No reason to believe that there's anyone else involved, and we do not anticipate any future arrest or any other arrests beyond this suspect.
Colonel Hager asked the public to be sensitive to the grieving family, condemning misinformation on social media.
There's a family that's grieving. It's hard to express because I can't understand it, what they're going through. Misinformation hurts. Speculation hurts. When they read things, they're talking about things that are not factual, and it hurts. There's no place for that.
And he said the Brinks are remembered as
what a loving mother and father they were, loving husband and wife that they were toward each other. And they absolutely
I don't know what's going
protected
on with
those girls to their fullest extent, to the point that it cost them their lives. We're in awe of this mom and dad. We're also in awe of these girls. The information that they were able to provide to start us down this path, to be able to make this arrest, it all started with those 2 little girls. It's incredible.
7 and 9 years old. So,
Secretary Shea Lewis says the trails on Devil's Den remain closed and they will take their time to reopen them. We'll continue to follow this case and keep you updated on air and on 5 News Online. Claire Everbach.
This is the murder.
All right, let's get back to our big story tonight. The man wanted for the murders of 4 Dyer County residents. It's now
this is the sister's boyfriend. The half-sister or stepsister's boyfriend that killed the mother, the father, the grandmother, and the uncle. 4 people.
the TBI's most wanted list. A massive manhunt is underway tonight for 28-year-old Austin Drummond.
Now, the search comes 2 days after a call about an abandoned baby that led to the discovery of these 4 bodies in nearby Lake County. Our Team 3 coverage of the manhunt continues now with our Mike Sirianni. He's in Lake County near the scene where the bodies were found. And Mike, what is the latest from there?
Party rock. I love the kid.
Hey, good afternoon, Greg and Stephanie. Now, Carrington Road is opened, as you can see, but for the better part of 2 days, it was closed as TBI agents investigated the deaths of 4 persons found about a mile down that road.
It's very shocking to have something happen this close to home. I mean, this is a very tight-knit community and very loving community. And
Cody Donaldson lives in Tiptonville and says his community is reeling from the discovery of 4 bodies Tuesday about a mile down Carrington Road. Donaldson relieved to know a suspect, 28.
When I said, we don't know if it was TBI involvement or if it was drugs or whatever, that was me speculating and being funny because TBI is just, they're not known for their honesty. So this is the man that did this. This is the man that spared that baby's life and dropped that baby off. For why you killed
28-year-old Austin Robert Drummond is wanted for the 4 murders.
very, very happy that they have a suspect. I'm glad they were able to catch on to him quick, and hopefully they'll grab him real quick and get him put away.
Donaldson says he's familiar with Carrington Road and this wildlife refuge area and comes here often to enjoy nature.
And just walk around, walk in the woods, and it's a place where a lot of people come and just...
Do we think he has bodies out in those woods? Or he's out there doing something he's not supposed to be doing? I see the little puppy over there. We just don't know what he out there doing in these woods, huh? Do we?
Hang out.
I'm told this area on Carrington Road is where TBI agents were concentrating their investigation. Tuesday and all day Wednesday, you can see a piece of crime scene tape hanging from that tree behind me. There are track marks here on the ground, but it's uncertain where the 4 victims were located. The TBI would not release that information or any details on a white SUV and dark-colored sedan taken from the scene Wednesday, but did officially identify the victims.
The deceased have been identified as James M. Wilson, 21, Adriana Williams, 20, Courtney Rose, 38, Braden Williams, 15.
Cody Donaldson wondering why this spot was chosen for such an horrific crime and its connection to suspect Austin Robert Drummond.
It makes you wonder, how does he even know about this location? Because really only locals know about it.
He is the sister's boyfriend. He is the stepsister or half-sister's boyfriend. So, this man had just been released from prison for an armed robbery, even though he was out on bond for another attempted murder. They let him out of prison because he had served his time for the armed robbery. He still had an attempted murder charge. Now he's got 4 counts of murder. The Attorney General is saying that this was a targeted attack. So he tried to kill someone while he was in prison in December of 2024. But he served his time for the armed robbery. This is crazy. He left that baby in the car seat on the lawn of somebody's home. He targeted these people. For what reason? For what reason? They said he's 5'10" tall. He weighs 190 pounds. And he was driving, when they said he was known to be driving a 2016 Audi A3. They gave all of his information out. This is crazy. So when he was 17 years old, he committed an armed robbery. And they still released him from prison when he had an attempted murder charge from when he was incarcerated. I just don't understand. Why would he be out on the damn streets? Why is he out? Okay, he served his time, but he still had a pending murder charge. Yep. They found the parents, the grandmother, and the uncle. 4 people deceased. Now, what did he target them for? For what reason? For what reason? Don't know. Have no idea. If they have an idea, they're not saying. They are not saying. I was looking up Jack and Lily. Okay, I was looking up Jack and Lily's case. The stepfather took a polygraph test, and according to what was stated, that polygraph test was in his favor. Now, the mother, for some reason, they're thinking that she has abducted these kids. He's the one that's been out advocating to get more resources and to tell them they need to do a wider search. But you see, Chantel, they're not saying if this was drug related or not. They're not saying at all. They're just saying it was a targeted attack. He was known, so it wasn't like he didn't know the family. He knew that family. It wasn't like he randomly found the house, went in and tried to rob them, and ended up killing them and then taking a baby. Yes, the mother disappeared. The mother has disappeared. Does she have those kids? Because he was at home with, now he's not the biological father. So again, they're not saying why he targeted that family. But he is known to the family. It's the stepsister's boyfriend. Now, I don't know if it's the mother's half-sister or if it's her daughter, but they're saying in the report, he's the stepsister's boyfriend. That's what was said. So I'm just like, this is crazy. So they did a manhunt. Hold on a second. Let me see if we have this one. Hold on. So just remember, he's already in custody. But I didn't know if they had more information on this one. I was just reading the article. Okay. I was just reading that article when I went to the website for the police, for the TBI. So here is
a search for a quadruple murder suspect. Thank you for joining us for the news at 6. I'm Stephanie Skurlock. Today, law enforcement agencies swarmed a neighborhood on MCL Road in Jackson, Tennessee after finding the white Audi they believe Austin Drummond was living in. He was last seen in Jackson on Wednesday, a day after he allegedly killed James Wilson, Adriana Williams, Courtney Rose, Braden Williams, and dropped a baby off in a Dyer County yard. We begin with WREG's Melissa Moon, who joins us live from a Jackson apartment complex where investigators are continuing their search for him. Melissa, what is the latest from there?
Good evening. Well, we are just south of I-40 and law enforcement was here for about an hour and a half inside this complex, but appear to have left empty-handed. There are still some helicopters, 2 of them, that are circling this area. We believe they are looking for Austin Drummond. Now, this is less than a mile from where they found his vehicle this afternoon. Take a look at the video we shot earlier. You can see that law enforcement were all over this apartment complex. We saw them go up into one building and later come down with a battering ram, but no one apparently in custody. The TBI believes that he may be in the area and says nearby residents have been asked to lock their doors and be on high alert. Neighbors we talked to in this complex were startled to see all the police vehicles in their parking lot and even more concerned when they found out who they were looking for. As we said, the TBI said the last confirmed sighting of Drummond was Wednesday in Jackson, where he does have connections. And in a news conference Friday, TBI appealed to Drummond and whoever may be assisting him to call TBI so he could be questioned. We have no idea how long these helicopters will be circling this area, but of course...
Hold on. Let's get here. I don't know why.
Well, it makes me have a lot of cause for concern, because now I'm wondering how long the vehicle has actually been down there.
Now, Lisa Decker brought to, they're still looking for Decker, the man that killed his 3 daughters. They thought they had a sighting on him yesterday, but he's still out there somewhere. They have not found Decker yet.
And, you know, he has more than likely been in our presence now, possibly for a few days, which now makes me really nervous. But they say he's armed and dangerous, and I mean, obviously he committed a quadruple murder, and it makes me nervous. You know, nervous knowing that it's all happening right here.
Hey, and
so they have him in custody. Let's just stand outside. And here is the young. Hold on. This is the one.
So now the man accused of murdering a couple in Arkansas
while they were on a hike with their 2 young daughters, set to make his very first court appearance any moment. This comes now as disturbing new details emerge about these gruesome killings. And Brooke Taylor, she's on that and joins us live with more now from there. Brooke, good morning.
Hi, Bill. Good morning. State police are calling this a completely random attack, and they say that the parents spent their last moments alive saving and protecting their young little girls. I want to show you new arrest video here of 28-year-old Andrew James McGann. He's getting arrested mid-haircut at a barbershop in Arkansas after a 5-day manhunt. He's charged with murdering a couple on a hiking trail with their young daughters at Devil's Den State Park.
This is a teacher. Would you guys trust this guy to teach your kids? Look at his eyes. One of them is up here. He looks like Lisa Richards' brother, to be honest. He could be Lisa Richards'
on Saturday
brother.
Afternoon. The victims here, Clinton and Kristen Brink, they were violently stabbed. Their 7 and 9-year-old daughters were unharmed, thankfully. State police say that Clinton was attacked first. Kristen then rushed those kids to safety, and then she returned to help her husband and was also killed. More than 500 tips led police to McGann. His DNA matched evidence at the scene, and he admitted to the killings, police say. The suspected murderer is an elementary school teacher, we've learned. He had worked in Texas and Oklahoma, and recently he moved to Arkansas.
Look at this. I would not let this man teach anybody. I would have met him and probably
to start a
got
teaching job there. A former student's mother recognized him on the news and spoke to us.
That's when he opened up and told me that him and several other classmates had noticed Mr. McGann just being very touchy and weird with the girls in the class.
So when they said that the mother and father were protecting their girls, he killed them, then ran off. He didn't attack the girls. I'm just like, something is not clicking with me here. Why would you just attack a mother and a father, and you attack the father first to take him down? The mother rushed the girls to safety and came back, my habanero, to help the mother. To help her husband. This is crazy.
They would go out for recess, and he would keep a girl back just one-on-one.
Do you hear that?
And Louisville ISD in Texas told parents that McGann was placed on leave. Quote, they did not find any evidence of inappropriate behavior with a student, but found his classroom management and professional judgment to be below the district's expectations. The elementary school teacher now could face the death penalty. We're waiting for him to see a judge and make that court appearance for the first time. Bill.
Watching for that also. Thanks, Brooke. Brooke Taylor, the latest on that this morning. Thank you.
He was a creepy teacher. He was a creepy teacher. But let's get to, so something about this isn't clicking at all with me. You're in Devil's Den, you're at a park, you run across this family, and just something in your head just click and say, hey, stab the daddy. Then it doesn't make sense. But let's look at Lita. And I'm saying let's look at Lita because I can. It's my fucking channel. I can cover what the fuck I want to cover. And right now I'm going to cover Lita. Okay? So, Lita. Wicked Wisdom was on my panel. And she told me, that she was telling me about John's thing. So I went to take a look while she was on the panel. So, of course, I go to US Weekly to see. And this was yesterday. She files for a legal separation from Eric days after newborn's death. And in this article, they actually have the fact that she wrote the letter to the judge saying that she didn't intentionally jump bail, but she had just moved and, and then within the time she had moved, which I asked way back when I covered this, when did she move? She said within days after her moving, she lost her daughter, and she's just a grieving mother. Now, I looked up Hope House. Okay. I looked up Hope House, and yep, they provide you assistance if you've been involved in a domestic violence situation, um, everything, domestic violence, sexual assault. Okay. Again, in Wisconsin, they said we educate, shelter, and program volunteers and advocates, law enforcement, and this is on the Adams County Sheriff's website. There is a link for Hope House on their website. They said that Hope House, in cooperation with the community, provides shelter and advocacy to people affected by domestic violence and sexual assault, and works to prevent these issues through community education. I was looking. Nowhere does it says what type of income you need to have or anything else. Because trust me, I went to look, okay? So on July 28th, Margarita, 36, filed a petition for a legal separation after 7 years of marriage. She said the marriage was broken, but said she was asking for separation and not a divorce to coordinate marital agreement and discuss spousal support and asset division. In her filing, Margarita said that there have been too many domestic abuse events. But remember, the article that I read to you when this first happened, she said that basically that was the first time that he had hit her. That's what she said in that article. And she said that she has a temporary restraining order against Rosenbrook. Am I crazy, or did she not ask the judge to take the restraining order off of Rosenbrook, and it was granted? You do know that I am Aquarius. Hi, Deborah. Party Rock, 9 months. Scotland, baby, hi. Hi, I didn't see you. Hi. Thank you for that super chat. But again, am I not crazy? Somebody please help me. Did she not write a letter to the judge to ask him to dismiss the RO charge against Eric, and it was dropped? She did. She's stating that she has a temporary restraining order. She wrote that letter. So again, here she is with her lies. When you ask them to drop it, because then you wanted Eric with you to another country so you guys can try for a little boy. I'm not making this up. This was in your writing. This is what you said. She, on July 5th, they're talking about the incident where she had been living since, she had been, let's see. Rosenbrook was arrested on July 5th over an incident that went down the day before at Margarita's apartment, where she had been living since moving out of the home they shared. She told police an argument erupted after she complained about him drinking too much. She said that Rosenbrook slapped her while she was holding her newborn daughter, Alyssa. The name is there. She said he left the apartment before the police arrived. Officers found Rosenbrook hours later in a parked car. Officer Gardner asked if anything physical happened between them. After a pause, Eric stated he might have slapped her. He was taken into custody. So in this legal separation, Margarita accused her ex of physical and verbal abuse. Now, didn't she say that he couldn't use the excuse about him trying to restrain her for self-harm, right? So she said she requested spousal support in amount of $7,000 per month. 7,000. In addition, but wait a minute, she wants 7,000 a month. Let's just think about this. But Eric has to go back to child support court because she wants him to reduce his child support payments. She must think that she's, that she's married to some, I would love to see their financial stuff. So she wants 7,000 per month. In addition, she asked for the furniture, electronics, the 2018 Audi, the 2011 Chevy Suburban, the 2022 Chevy Corvette, and a retirement account. Did she sell the Corvette? Didn't she was selling off the rice cooker? She was selling off lamps. What furniture is left? It is the age of Aquarius. Did Lita tell this Mag not to use the baby's name because she named her? I doubt it. I doubt it. But didn't she have, hold on a second. Let me go to John's IG real quick. Let me see something, because he had, in that article, they had put sold on a lot of stuff. Let's go look at John Yates' IG. Yeah, because I did unblock him, so I can take, because I looked at it the other day when Wicked Wisdom was up here. Let's look at John Yates. Hold on. Let me go look at something. John Yates. Let me go down to where she was selling shit at. Hold on. It was the picture, I think it's this one. No, this is, okay, this is not it. Oh yeah, it is it. Okay, stop. So the Corvette was for sale for $70,000. She sold the Keurig coffee maker for $20,000. She rented the home for $1,800, 3 beds, 2 baths. She sold the semi-truck tires. Hold on. She sold the trailer for $19.99. She sold the truck itself for $29,000. She sold another truck, a Kenworth, that was 2013 for $17,000. The Kenworth the 2018 was $29,000. She sold the car ramp for $50,000. Let's see, the lamp sold for $10,000. The reptile cage for $100,000. Another desk lamp for $10,000. A couch for sale that, oh my God, I wouldn't sit on that, for $40. She sold that. She sold a rocker recliner chair for $20,000. Studio Zero Bass House sold for $8,000. She sold the dog equipment for $120,000. The 2007 Chevrolet Tahoe she sold for $6,000. Okay. She sold the microwave for $20,000. The rice cooker for $10,000. The Flexi dog leash large, $20,000. A snake enclosure and all equipment for $150,000. And the 2000 Chevy Silverado for $1,500. Okay, so that's what she sold. Okay, so he still had the Suburban, the Audi, the Corvette. So she asked that she be awarded the home in Wisconsin. She noted that she's not employed and receives $700 allowance per month from her parents. She said she has $120 in savings account, $500 in her checking account, and $200 in cash. She noted she filed for divorce in 2024, but it was dismissed before it was finalized. So my question is, with everything she was selling, did she sell hi Muggsy, hi Jen, thank you. Did she sell all of this to pay off the company that said that she embezzled from them? Because she was selling off a lot of stuff. She sold a lot of stuff. Is that why that case was dismissed? Because the money was satisfied. And I'm making myself a note today. I'm going to go into Pacer and I'm going to go look. Because if they had all of this evidence and they had to have it for the court case to move forward, did she satisfy that money by selling off all of this stuff? She was selling everything. Yep. So, but she has no money. Okay. Margarita says she was married to a man named Daniel. Damn, put his name here. Whalen, and their divorce was handled in Indonesia. She said Rosenbrook was previously married to a woman named Tanya. We know all of that. Rosenbrook has yet to respond to divorce. Well, legal separation. They said divorce. So, Eric says, I was nothing but supportive of her. Anything she wanted to do and experience here. Of course you were. Because you kicked your own daughter out. There is Eric again. Look at him. He looks so supportive, don't he? He looks really supportive. So, anyway, her lawyer, Taylor, again, Hart, you need to check into your client. Here's another picture of Eric. Fresh haircut, too. Okay, Eric. But that's what U.S. Weekly had to say. She wants $7,000 a month. Scotland's been a member for 18 months. Thank you, Scotland. She sold the rice cooker. $20. I was like, I remember Brooke thought it was just, I said, you can buy that at Walmart. She sold it for $20. So she was selling, so what furniture is left? She's moved into an apartment. I don't know if the apartment was furnished or not. I have no idea. But domestic violence. But you send a note to the judge that you want to drop the RO against Eric. And then you send a letter to Eric telling him that you want you guys to go away to another country and try for a boy. What? Jen, thank you for being a member for 4 months. Muggsy, a member for 7 months. Thank you. I'm just saying, what the hell? But in this article, you're saying you have an RO. So now, I try not to go into all of these court things because once I start digging, time just flies by. But I'm going to have to look and see. I swore I heard John say that the judge dismissed that RO due to her letter. And then in that same article, hold on, I didn't go all the way to the bottom. I'm sorry. It says, in a letter she wrote to the court, Margarita said the arrest was due to her not updating her address with the court. This issue has never been intentional. I haven't done that yet just because a few days after I finally moved in and settled in, I lost my child. And since then, I haven't even think about anything other than the death of my child and how devastated I am as a mother. She is devastated. She's devastated, but she was over it. She wants justice. Now she's devastated. Before she was over it and she accepted it. No, her words were, I'm just over it. Now you're devastated. Girl, make up your damn mind. Which is it? Didn't she accuse Eric of hurting the baby and wouldn't let him see her before she passed? So they had asked, she said that she doesn't know if he had hit the baby or not because her eyes were closed. When the officers asked if she wanted Eric to be released so he can be with her, at first she said no. And then the second time she agreed. But yes, in those emails, were in those DMs, she was basically alluding to that Eric probably did something to the baby. But remember, she said, if he did do something, but her daddy said, Lita, come home. And she says, no, daddy, I can't. So first thing in the morning, I need to go get a restraining order to protect me and my son. Yep. Could have. I still don't believe she went to Indonesia until they show me proof that there was a ticket in her name, or until the police said, yes, she flew out of the country. I still won't believe it. I just can't. I cannot believe she had already been arrested before last year on bail jumping when she had the embezzlement charges against her. She was arrested. You cannot tell me this woman flew out of the country and her stuff was not flagged. I just can't believe that. I can't. Driving to Chicago is something totally different than flying out of the country. Show me where she flew out. Show me her passport that shows the stamp on July 17, 19, I'm not 17, on July 12th, 13th, whatever it was. Show me that passport stamp that shows me she flew out of the country. I can't believe it, E, and I'm sorry. I just can't believe that. Yeah, she gets away with a lot. Her son, her son is old enough to fly by himself. But just like when my granddaughter was coming from Italy, my son was going to have her fly by herself. And I said, no. She had a layover. No. If you're going to send her, you come with her. And he did. No. Things happened too quick. When they had to stay in Istanbul on the way to Italy, I told my daughter-in-law, do not take those girls out of that airport. There's a hotel in that airport. I said, do not be prancing up and down the streets with those girls because they will disappear. No, I wouldn't let even though they're supposed to be with the stewardess, and they are, because she's flown from Vegas before to Houston. They sit with the stewardess right there, but still, no. Doesn't matter. It's TSA. Doesn't matter. Think about when you fly and they take your ID and they scan the back of it. What do you think they're looking for? First, they look at the picture. They see it's you. They scan to make sure it's a valid driver's license and everything else. And then they want to see if you're able to fly. This is all government. So this is crazy. I need to see her passport. I need to see that stamp in that passport to show me that she flew out of this country. That's what I need to see. She's gotten away with all kinds of stuff. E, I'm going to go back and listen to your live yesterday because I went in and I think you were about to end and I was at the butt end of it, so I don't really know what's going on, but I did hear a little bit where you that you were threatened, and when you played what she said, I did hear that part. Yeah, I take that as a threat. Sorry, but it's not the stewardess' responsibility to watch your children, but you pay extra for that. And it's not watch. So you sit on the flight up where the stewardess can see you, like right there. If you ever fly and, you'll see kids sitting right there or someone older or elderly, and they'll put you right there. And then when you get off the flight, you get off with the stewardess. You don't get off when everybody else gets off the plane. They'll tell you, please sit right here. I'll get you. So then once everybody else is gone, the stewardess and the pilots are leaving. The person that's in their custody that you pay for, which is an extra, at one point was $150, and they'll walk out to the gate. Then you have to go to the gate with your ID to show them that this is the person that you're there to get. Because on the piece of paper they have, it tells the name, it has your address, it has anything but there's your picture. And I've always picked up my grandkids, especially when they were in Vegas, when they would fly to Houston. I would have to be at the gate to get them. And I would have to be there an hour before the flight would land. When I would put them back on the flight, I have to stay in the airport for 40 minutes after the flight departs. I cannot leave until that 40-minute thing, because the flight may have to come back or whatever else, but they ask you to remain in the airport for at least, I think it's 30 to 40 minutes. So, yes, you do pay for it. It's an extra charge. It's called the Gordian thing. It's an extra charge. So, yes, you do pay for it. But again, E11, am I crazy? Did the judge dismiss that RO against Eric when Lita wrote that letter? Because now she's saying that she has a temporary restraining order against him. But she wrote the judge, and then she wrote Eric that she wanted to run away. Well, leave the country, leave and go to another country, and they can have a boy. Yep, you sit by the stewardess. And the same thing, like with my sister, when she was younger, she used to fly to Kansas City every summer to spend the summer in Kansas City with my aunt and her daughter. She would at that time they didn't charge. I don't think they charged, but now they do. And I remember when I got Justin off the flight one time, when I got there to get him, and the guy that was riding, that was sitting next to Justin, I guess, in the plane, he was telling me how intelligent he was and how smart he was. And I just looked at this man. I said, he talked to you the whole way from Vegas, didn't he? He goes, yep, but he's a very smart young man. I said, oh, God. He goes, he kept me entertained. Oh my God, it appears it was dropped according to, see, that's what I'm saying. But now she's saying that she has a temporary restraining order against him when she did the filing for the legal separation. I swore that RO had been dismissed. So again, I got to start digging, and I don't see, when I get digging and digging and digging, I start going down rabbit holes and shit. And then I was told, yes, who told me? Oh, I was talking to Darit, and she was telling me that John went live last night. I didn't know he went live, so and she said he was playing the interview. An interview? No, he was playing some interview between Maria and Lita. I didn't even know they had an interview. I didn't even know they did an interview. So she applied for the separation like a week prior. It said July on the paperwork. The one that John showed, it said she applied July 29th is when she applied for the separation. That's when it was filed in the courtroom. Let me go back to John's paperwork. Hold on, because he pulled it. And it said, I think it's July 28th or July 29th. Let me go look at that paperwork again, because he has it on his IG. Damn it, I thought I went to John Yates. Hold on, search John Yates. Hold on, let me slide down here. Okay. So she wrote a letter. Oh, she wrote a handwritten letter to the judge on July 29th. Okay. What did she wrote? The issue has been, or I lost my child, and since then, oh, that's what I read in that article. Okay. Yeah, okay. So let me look at this court filing. Okay, so he had a strike. Okay, so she filed for July 29th is when she filed for the separation. Yeah, I remember seeing July 29th. Oh, she filled it out. Okay. Okay, got it. Let me see. Okay, yeah, it was entered into the court July 29th. Okay. Well, if you're going to cover it, I'll definitely, but it's just, this is crazy. And then John has the list below are the highlights leader proposed. He has the list. Oh, the same thing that was in that article. And she says that the couple's debts and liabilities include 110,000 left on their mortgage, 47,000 in car loans, plus 54,500 in other loans. The credit card debts listed in the filing total 33,600. Leader proposes an even split of all debts except for the 6,500 loan listed under either. Okay, so she wants Eric's money from his military. You're not getting that. You're going to get a percentage, but not what you think. Okay. Okay, so let's see. I think that's everything he has on there. All right, so yeah. Sweet Bomb, a member for 6 months. Thank you. I forgot whose live I watched, but they focused on her signature and date, and it was at least a week, if not more, before she filed. Hi, Wicked. So I guess it's because he didn't respond to her wanting to run away with him. Wicked, thank you for becoming a member. Good morning. Good morning, Sweet Bomb. E, if you want to come up, I can drop the link, or if you want to cover it on your channel, that's fine too. No, I don't want to cover. I don't want to put Leader's picture on my screen unless it's in a public notification, like the U.S. Weekly article. Because how far is Wisconsin from me? Let's see. Oh, I got a notification from Walmart. Oh my God. What did Walmart do? Heidi, Walmart activated something. Ooh, okay. I'm really excited. Oh my God, Jen, thank you for the Cash App. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, she's psychotic. But if you're going to cover that interview, please do, because I would need to watch it. But then I would want to do an honest reaction to it, so I wouldn't really watch it. Well, send it to me, and I'll take a look at it. Or is it on John's channel? Yeah, I'll cover key points of it. But yeah, I don't know. I've never liked her. I've always felt this woman was evil. Always felt she was evil. I've never changed my stance on Lita at all. And then when she tried to put up something, I remember it. It was 57 weeks something about me being racist towards her. I was like, you piece of shit. 52 weeks. If I would have ever said that, she would have been blasting it all over the place. Never, ever, ever said anything to her. Never, ever, ever commented on any of her posts. I don't like her. I don't follow her. Girl, stop. I remember when Amber and John had that falling out. She and Yahoo Boy came in a chat. And Amber I said, she's not coming up here at all. I don't care about the fall. I would not I did not want her on panel. I don't like her. Oh, okay. I may be petty for a while. I don't appreciate anyone. So she looked up your family? Oh, I'm going to cover it. Yeah, I didn't. So that's what you were saying. That was the title. You don't need my my kids or something for an RO or C&D, whatever it was. Oh Lord, what's she gonna do? Tattle on you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wonder what YB, I don't know. YB hasn't, I haven't seen YB anywhere. Yeah, she is evil. Very evil. I've always said that. I've always said that woman was evil. I've never changed. Ever changed how I felt about her. I don't care who she was friends with. I don't care who she was talking to. And I remember when she had that thing with John, she started going live on IG with YB. And if I recall correctly, it was because John took Devin's side on something, or he wouldn't go against Devin. It was just crazy. And then she started going on YB's IG channel with him, because YB would go late. He would go live on IG late at night. And if I couldn't sleep, and this was during the pandemic, I would watch. And then when she started coming on there, and that was my first time seeing John again, because I hadn't seen John since Periscope. And he popped up on there one night, he and Cody, and I was like, oh my God, that's John Yates. And he was on with YB. Hi, Simply Sophie. Sophie, I have to look at your thing that you just put up about Lori. I take it that she lost her RO yesterday. Oh, I did. I see it on Chantel. So she can't talk about Andy or those kids for 2 years. And I see Andy has a girlfriend. Or a friend. When you watch her body language, she rarely looks at the camera. She's always looking up in a way, which is deception. Yes. Who signed me up for the Vine app? Oh, I'm on the Vine app. You have to sign up yourself. Unless somebody puts your email in there and they know your email. Yep, she started using accounts with his address as the name. Yep. I remember that. Hi, Right Quick. Good morning. Welcome. She broke the RO already. She was talking about Andy. Oh my God. George is going live today. So I'm not going to spoil anything. But George is, well, I think he put it, was he in East Chat? I think I saw. Yep. She has a 2-year RO. Andy, have her ass arrested. Hi, avoiding eye contact. Somebody else don't understand what no contact means as well. Yeah, the Vine app is still around. That's why I knew when Lita was released. I signed up for the Vine app and I'm still there. So she gets rearrested. And that's how I find out when Letitia is moved from jail to jail or when she's released. Because I have her on the Vine app as well. Oh, yeah. Okay. He did announce. No contact. Not even a certified letter. No contact means no contact. The case is over. The judge says unless you go in order to appeal an RO in Ohio, that means that the magistrate or the judge had to make a mistake. No contact. I know George said he was going to turn everything over. No contact means no contact. This is crazy. Snuggle Bunny, thank you. Welcome to the Rose Club. George's I am George. Can somebody drop George's link in my chat, please? And Jen's and E11's. I'm sure all you guys go to E11's and Savage. Could you please drop some links for me? Amber and Texas Girl as well. But George is I Am George W on YouTube. And he just received a 5-year RO against another content creator. That's crazy. I don't know what's going on. I have one membership. Okay, so let me tell you right now. If I have a membership to your channel, I think it's Savage. If I have a membership to your channel, I just got my new card, okay? So Tuesday, I met some friends out, and I was getting ready to pay for my drink. So I went to reach for my debit card because I did. I had two $100 bills on me, but I didn't want to crack them or break them. So I went to reach for my debit card to pay for my drink, which was it was happy hours. It was like $4. And then I said, oh my God, I don't have my card. The last time I used my card was on Sunday. Hi, Coochie. The last time I used my card was on Sunday. I deposited money into the ATM. So I'm trying to call, and because I deposited at the Walgreens, okay? My bank is not here. My bank is in Texas. My bank is in Vegas. My bank is in California. My bank is on the East Coast. It's just not here. I don't have a branch here, but I can use Washington Trust, which I open up an account with them too. So I was on my phone calling my bank. I said, here's the last transaction I did. I said, I deposited money. I told them what I deposited into my account. I said, I need my card to be suspended. And as I'm looking at my phone, I hit suspend card right there. She goes, ma'am, I said, I just did it. So they had to expedite me a card. So anything that I had coming out on that card, which I know I have a few YouTube memberships, I have to go and renew. So once I get the notification, I will go in and renew. I did my rent like ASAP because that comes out on my card. So I definitely went and updated that. I know, Wicked. That's why I don't like to break my 100s. I don't like to break them at all. I tried to hold on, and the only reason I had, because I had 100 tucked away, and I didn't realize it was in my wallet. And I looked, I said, "Oh, that's from like 2 weeks ago." Then I had pulled another 100, so I don't like to break them at all. So, but I would definitely renew. It's just wanted you to know, once I get the notification that my membership expired, I will go back in and renew. I think Savage comes out of my Cash App. I'm not sure, but I need to go check. I think Amber Amber's is free, and that's going to expire in 30 days, which that's almost up. Texas Girl, I think, is on my card as well. So I definitely have to go and check. So I will be renewing. And it's funny, it goes in to show me different, but it's like 20. I'm not going down the list. So as soon as I see it's expired and it tells me that my membership has expired, I'm going to go in and renew. I really don't carry cash anymore, but when I won that money, I actually keep some and keep in my wallet. And when I go to the store, it's just a habit. I pull my card and I swipe it. I need to stop that. I have this big jar of quarters, dimes, and nickels. It's so damn heavy, I can't even pick up. And I probably got about $400 or $500 in it, to be honest, because I take all my change, especially when I come back from Vegas. A lot of these machines actually give you change, and the machines here, and I'll just put it. I remember one time I got flagged leaving out of Vegas because I had so much change. So I just come, take it, and dump it all in there. I transfer from my rent. I e-transfer from. I can't stand my landlord. I can use my watch. I said, okay. So anyway, I'm going to look at that video and I'm probably going to cover a portion, but I'm not going to stop covering Lita at all. I'm going to just put out the facts, what was already shown, what we have proof of. But again, my opinion is she harmed her child. And if I'm wrong, I'll apologize. But that's my opinion because you were the only adult there. But and my thing is, I think you're going to try to blame your son if he was there. I just stashed it away. Found 100 I got from 2 years ago, still in the Christmas card. See, and I used to hide money from myself as well. And it got to the point where, and I switch out my wallets and my bags all the time. So, and I'm like, what did I do with that money? And then I go find it. I washed money in my jeans. I've done that. I've done that several times. Yeah, and that's what I'm going to do too. I'm going to take, which I'm going to have to get somebody to help me pick it up. But I'm going to take that to, I used to roll them, but now there's this coin thing that I saw in the bank. And I think I saw one at a Walmart. I'm just going to take it. Oh, that's a lot of stuff to be putting in. I think little by little, I'll start emptying it out in a few months and then just start cashing it out. Yeah, Maria said it. She did. It was in the message. Even if the autopsy has come back, they're not going to put that out there at all. And you know what? I was looking for stuff on Madeline Soto. I saw there's a lot of stuff on Brian Kohberger. Okay. There's a lot of information on Brian Kohberger. Ask me why stuff has not been released on Madeline Soto yet. He's been convicted. Okay. He's been convicted. Well, he took a plea. Okay. They haven't released her cause of death. And I'm trying to figure out why. Why haven't they released it? You know, she was reported missing, February 26th, 27th. She was found March 1st. Why haven't they released the cause and manner of death? Oh, Walmart would take a percentage of it. I don't know if the banks will actually take it anymore. Okay, they take a percentage. Okay. So I was looking, guys, and I was telling you, I said, okay, he's convicted now. They should start releasing the cause and manner of death. Unless I've missed it. I haven't seen it. I just see where she went missing. She was found on March 1st. They haven't released the cause or manner of her death. Not at all. And I'm just like, oh, sorry. Cause of death, strangulation. Strangulation. It says, hold on a second, let me get here. I just went and looked at another article. I said, they have to have it out now because he's already taken the plea deal. But I didn't look at people. I looked at the press conferences down there. I looked at everything. But now People Magazine. What was the Madeline Soto cause of death? The medical examiner determined Madeline's cause of death was strangulation. The medical examiner ruled the death as we know it's a homicide. Oh my, strangulation. But does it say if she was pregnant or not? Get out of here. Strangulation. The manner of death, homicide and determined she died as a result of strangulation. Before her body was found while investigating her disappearance, well, we knew she probably strangled, but when strangulation, he strangled this young girl to death. But there's nothing about her being pregnant or anything else. I really think the fact that when her father said Madeline had turned 13 and she can decide where she wanted to stay, I think Madeline was going to go live with her father, like he said, and Stephen Stearns didn't want to lose his prize. And when he read that shit in court about, oh my God, I was so disgusted. I was just so fucking disgusted with the way he talked about Madeline. But anyway, I'm going to do that one on another day. But Diddy, before I get out of here, Diddy, the diddler, has asked for bail again. Okay. Agnafilio was on the show with, not Lisa Bloomberg. Oh shit, I forgot her name. And he's saying the way they're using the Mann Act, it's never been used like that before. So they're asking a judge, again, for a $50 million bail. You know, he's going to be sentenced. His sentencing is going to be on October 3rd. They're asking for a bail until his sentencing. The prosecutors are asking for, because they're saying he was looking at 4 to 5 years. The prosecutors want more time for Diddy. And I'm trying to see how they're going to do that, because each charge actually carries 10 years. But then they look at the tier because they have the guidelines they go by. Now, Maureen Comey was fired right after this trial. And you guys know her dad is James Comey, who he and Donald Trump don't get along at all. And she was also the Epstein prosecutor. Okay? She was fired. And they used Article 11 to fire her. I think it was Article 11. Article 11 is in the Constitution, and she can be fired at the discretion of the president. Now, we know James Comey, her daddy, he was the FBI director at one time. They were investigating him for, I guess, his thing with January 6th. Oh my God. Not the attempted unaliving on January 6th, but January 9th. Okay. So she was fired. I also understand that Yasleen Maxwell has now been transferred to a cushy federal detention camp in Texas. Is it Denton or is it Bryan, Texas? It's the women's prison out there. So she's been transferred, but we still don't have the Epstein files all released. Why is that? Did you hear about the women who had 2 deceased kids? I remember I put it out for you guys to watch. I didn't want to play it on here. I put the link on my community tab. It's the black woman that had her niece and nephew in the bags in the trunk of her car. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Remember, I dropped the link. I think I put it on my community tab for you guys to watch. Yep, the niece and nephew. Hold on a second. I put it on my community tab. Hold on. Let me go to my community tab. Hold on. Let me pull it. To me, I didn't want to play it, but hold on. Let me go to my community tab. I will go and pull it up and play it. Hold on. Let me go to my community tab real quick. When I drop stuff there, it's some things I want you guys to watch, because sometimes, not everybody can take stuff that I post, and I don't want people to, because some people are telling me, Heidi, I can't watch this. Heidi, I can't do this. So I wanted to put it there for you guys to watch. And hold on, let me go to my post. Hold on. Hold on. When did I put it there? I put it on my community post. Oh God, how long ago was that? Anyway, Snuggle Bunny, do you remember how long ago that was? I can't find it. I swore I put it on my community post. I put the link there. I thought I did. Anyway. But yeah, she had her niece and nephew in the car, in the trunk. And I watched when she was talking to the cops on how her sister just left the kids with her and nobody called to check on her kids or anything else on the kids. It was really, really disgusting. Yeah. Yeah, I swore I dropped it. How does Trump know Bill Clinton was mentioned 26 times? He was mentioned a bunch of times too. Did he forget about that? He's got pictures. He was being interviewed on Howard Stern saying that his age thing was 12. He stopped at 12, but he can get all kind of women if he wanted to, but but he won't go underneath 12. So that means that 13 was okay. So does that mean that 14 is okay? So it's just crazy. Let me see. Woman had bodies. Yeah, it was in Trump. Was she in Baltimore? It was a regular traffic stop. Yep, here it is. It's on Explore with Us. It's a regular traffic. Hold on. Let me just stop. I'm going to put the link in the chat again. Oh, no, I dropped it in the chat. I didn't put it on my community tab. I dropped it in the chat. I dropped it in the chat. I didn't put it on my community tab. So this is the one right here they're talking about. She had bodies in the trunk. She had been living out of her car. And the cops were so disgusted. So they're arresting her here. I'll drop it here.
It's just
doesn't do that stuff the whole time.
easy to breathe.
Well, this is when they found
my husband just said the dirty bucket's for my husband.
He's actually going to open it up.
Take it out.
Take the bag out.
Take that bag out of there.
Yeah.
Okay. Pull that bag out. There you go. Open that bag up.
Don't be see close.
He said he's not going to harm you because he was rude to him.
Open it up, ma'am.
I did.
Unroll the whole thing.
Look. Look at that cop.
Open that up. Open that up. What the f? Get the f in! Put your hands up!
He took off running. Now, while she was there, they found the niece first. She had been deceased for like a year, and she had been traveling around in the car. Then somehow or another, she killed the nephew.
What's your last name?
Chibola.
Change.
So, yeah, you guys need to go watch
home.
this.
As for Nicole, her vague story isn't enough to satisfy investigators.
She didn't do to him what happened to him.
Yeah, but okay, so she's a better person for leaving him then. In any kind of predicament. Like, she knew the predicament wasn't okay. She knew the predicament was up. She knew. Like, she left her kids literally with me selling my She left her kids in the room.
She thought you were going to take care of him, I guess.
I never told her I was going to. I never asked her to. Hey, come on.
She has some serious issues.
Right? He said to yell at the mother about washing them. He said I had to yell at the mother about feeding them. Like I used to have to yell at her about everything.
Despite portraying herself as the better caregiver, Nicole couldn't even spell the young girl's name. She also couldn't call either child's birthday. Whatever belief remained that she'd shown love or responsibility would soon be shattered by the grim truths surrounding their deaths. She lowers herself to the floor as the interview continues.
Well, let me tell you this, right? We spoke to your sister and a bunch of your family members, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that everything that you're saying is making sense.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm just saying.
What do you mean? What did y'all speak about?
Well,
y'all spoke about her leaving her children?
Huh?
Y'all spoke about her leaving her children?
Well, we spoke about a lot of stuff.
I think she was friends with I thought
of course it's all going to be against me, huh?
Maxwell.
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
Even my mom?
Oh, yeah, we met your mom.
He tells Nicole he won't discuss his conversations with her family, then steps out to check on her paperwork, leaving her alone to imagine what they may have shared behind her back.
I'm not going to tell you what they said. What they say? What they say? What they say? I done bust my for all my life. My mother, lady, you had me out here selling my. You told me not to give that girl her kids. I would have gave them back. I said, this woman, I'm coming back, I'm giving her kids. You told me not to. They about to put me under the jail. They so selfish and so wrong. It's a group of people here, all family. She called me back.
I think Diddy said at one point that Trump needed to be banished or need to disappear, and that's when I think he was running for office the first time. So Trump is holding that grudge. So who knows?
Actually, where they been at when I've been growing up? I guess I ran away or something. Like, why? I already know that's what they said.
Trigger warning.
Now I'm not talking anymore. Now, since I'm a liar, and since I'm a this, and since I'm a that, and since I'm a this, I'm not saying anything else. Hey, come on, bro. All the kids that I've been around in all my life, I'm gonna wait until my niece and nephew to kill one.
You did!
I've been raising kids all my life so much they thought they were actually mine. I'm gonna wait until my niece and nephew to kill some.
While Nicole earlier stated she was living in her car, investigators located a hotel where she'd recently been staying. In the room, they find 2 stuffed animals, as well as 2 rose bears, one blue and one pink, with ribbons around their necks that read, "Always and Forever."
I think they're like memorials, like that's what it seems like. Always and forever. The website though, and have all kinds of different ones, but like, even with the little ribbon, we just think there's some more ribbon. Is it a boy and a girl? Yeah. Is that for them? The bears.
With the exception of the stuffed animals, there are no children's clothing, belongings, or items to indicate any children had been present. This, along with their advanced state of decay, leaves many questions as to how long
because the sister dropped off the kids, okay? The mother, I guess, didn't want anything, and she was traveling around prostituting, and she had the kids with her. So the sister, I take it, had a drug problem at one time, but now the sister has a new baby, and she wanted her kids back. But the sister got her life together and was sending her money to help take care of these kids. And then she asked for her kids back. By that time, the daughter was already deceased. And then she killed the little boy.
Children had been in the trunk of the car, and what led to their deaths.
What can I talk through? Like, I need my mother to be a part of this conversation.
What?
Because she's a lot of reason for the conversation.
But you're an adult. What's going on?
No, like I want to talk, but I want to talk to her. Like I want to tell her. Like I want to talk to her.
Did she cause this? Did she cause this?
I want to talk to her, and everything will come out, and I just need to talk to her.
The detective tells Nicole they won't allow her to speak with her mother just yet, and reminds her that it's important to tell her story to investigators first.
And they gave them to me, and I was doing so good with them.
And you didn't want to give them back?
Nobody even wanted them back until maybe 3 months ago.
You hear that? They didn't want them back to 3 months ago. The little girl was deceased already. So the little boy has been deceased since around for like 2 months, I think.
When someone reached out to you? Who reached out to you?
Huh?
Your sister?
Yes.
Okay. And what did
When she reached out to me, she barely didn't even care. And then we were supposed to arrange for her to get them back, and she, hey, maybe next weekend. Like, she didn't even care. They were forcing her. They were forcing her to even say anything.
Text messages obtained from
She
Nicole's
is?
phones reveal multiple conversations with her sister Deshelle, who sent Nicole money and checked in on the children frequently.
You see this? The sister sent her money and checked in on the kids frequently.
She asked several times to see them, eager for them to meet their new sibling. However, Deshelle claims Nicole blocked her from seeing them. Now, for the first time, Nicole begins to explain the reason why, beginning with what happened to her niece, Jocelyn.
It was really an accident.
Okay, what happened?
I gave her a beating.
I can't hear you. What?
I gave her a beating.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing I know, she just wasn't saying anything or nothing or nothing or nothing. Like,
Okay. So you gave her a beating? And then she was not responsive anymore?
like it was mistakes. Like I took care of them children so good. Like it was a mistake. Like I just was trying to discipline. Like
Wicked Wisdom, they have
Explain to me how
good
that
videos. This is Body Cam, I think. Hold on, let me make sure. Explore with Us. That's who that is. But they have another one called Body Cam. But this is Explore with Us.
Like, she got in trouble for something one day that I didn't beat her for.
Like what?
Stealing something or going in the refrigerator or doing something, and she did it again and she did it again. And then the last time it was just like,
Because she lost her temper.
and I was probably more frustrated than I should have been with
And I think that's what happened with Lita. She lost her temper.
life, period, with everything, with why they leave me with the kids, why nobody's helping me, why nobody's calling me, where's their mom, where's my family, like what, like
Well, that's a lie, because we just saw she was regularly sending her money to take care of the kids, and she wanted to see her kids. Maybe not within that year, but she started coming around. She got her life together.
And
Nope,
then
they never
what
reported
happened?
them missing.
I told you, Peter.
Because they were with her, so
With
they
what?
weren't missing, and they were in
I
contact
don't even
with
think
her.
it was anything. I think it's just my hands.
Investigators interviewed a resident at one of the hotels Nicole frequented, who reported that Nicole often used harsh language and regularly cursed at the children,
7 years old.
particularly the girl.
Thank
Another
you.
witness recalled hearing Nicole abusing Jocelyn through the thin walls and, at times, hearing the child yelling for her to stop.
So here's the thing. You heard this child being abused physically and mentally, but no one called the police. And they're in a motel. No one called the police to check on those children, but you heard it. The little girl was 7 years old.
Upset because she was taking things like from the refrigerator. and
She
stuff.
tried.
She was doing all
She
kinds
blocked
of
it,
stuff.
Chantel,
Like
did you
she
not
was
do that?
taking stuff. Like she was getting the boy in
And
trouble.
you-
Like she was just doing all
And you
kinds of
disciplined her.
No one
Yes.
knew where she was.
And it went too far.
Okay. How many times do you think you might have hit her?
I don't know. But I know she fell.
Fell on
She
what?
beat that child
On
to
the
death.
floor.
Was she standing on something? Or how was she?
She was just standing up straight.
Okay.
She beat her to death.
And where did you hit her?
I just started doing that.
Lies.
Like punching her in the head?
No,
Or
no.
where?
Like, I think I maybe slapped her in the face, but I didn't punch her in the head. Like it was more like me hitting on her body, and then she fell.
How did she fall? Backwards? Forwards? Sideways? On her head?
I know she had a head, but I can't remember exactly how it was that she fell.
She hit her head? Okay. Do you remember where on the head?
No.
Did Did she hit her head on something other than the floor?
No, but the floor was extremely hard.
The floor was extremely hard.
Head on the floor.
And I was so scared. Like, I was so scared.
What did you, when she went to the floor, was she crying or was she quiet?
She was quiet.
Quiet? And what did you do after that?
I tried. He got just tried to bump her chest. Like, I was bumping on her chest really, really hard. Like, I got to a baby. She was like, I don't know. Like, I was just trying. Like, I was just bumping on her chest. I was like, I was just trying to get her back. Like, I was just...
Okay. And then what did you do next?
I laid in the bed with her.
You laid her in the bed and laid next to her? Where was the boy at this time?
Asleep in the other bed.
Okay. Where...
I stayed in that room with her.
When do you think that was?
I told you, maybe last year.
And then what did you do with her body after that?
I just put it in a suitcase and I kept her.
Jocelyn's death is believed to have occurred around May of 2020, approximately 14 months before the traffic stop. Despite this, Nicole continued texting Deshelle as though Jocelyn was still alive.
You hear that?
In April of 2021, Deshelle even thanked Nicole, writing, "Thank you for taking care of them so well." Nicole admits she continued traveling from hotel to hotel, carrying the young girl in the suitcase, eventually storing her in the trunk of the car. Jocelyn's body arrived at the medical examiner's office still wrapped in a comforter that contained a cigarette butt. Numerous bruises were found on her body, but an exact cause of death could not be determined due to the advanced stage of decomposition. Still, investigators ruled her death a homicide, citing evidence of physical abuse and neglect. With Jocelyn's fate uncovered, investigators turned to what happened to her nephew, 5-year-old Larry, whom Nicole refers to by the name Stink.
So, help me explain the other child. What happened? So he was still with you when the girl's now in the suitcase, in the car. So,
he didn't even want to go anywhere else. Like, you can, that's why they said they talk to my family. My family don't know me. Like, you can ask all my friends. Like, as much as I tried to push him off or I wanted to drop him off and I knew I needed to drop him off, he just wanted to be with me.
So what led to the next incident with the other child?
I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know, because it was like 1 minute we was playing and then 1 minute it was just like we were playing, like we was playing. I think something hit him in the leg.
Yeah, but that wouldn't cause him to die.
Hmm.
Well, why would he die though?
I thought it was like a main artery or something.
Okay, well explain that to me.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Damn it. I'm sorry. Hold on. I didn't mean to do that. I had something else that I wanted to show you, but hold on. Let me, hold on. I didn't mean to stop sharing. Oh, God. Hold on. Okay. I didn't mean to stop sharing. I hit the wrong button. Okay, here we go.
I know I saw him bleeding in his leg.
So hold on. Let me go back right here.
I don't mean to. Like right here somewhere.
Right inside of his.
First two by the name Stink.
So help me explain the other child. What happened? So he was still with you when the girl's now in the suitcase, in the car. So,
he didn't even want to go anywhere else. Like, you can, that's why they said they talk to my family. My family don't know me. Like, you can ask all my friends. Like, as much as I tried to push him off or I wanted to drop him off and I knew I needed to drop him off, he just wanted to be with me.
So what led to the next incident with the other child?
Now listen to this.
I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know, because it was like 1 minute we was playing and then 1 minute it was just like.
As a little girl was doing
like,
in the trunk.
We were playing, like we was playing. I think something hit him in the leg.
Yeah, but that wouldn't cause him to die.
Hmm.
Well, why would he die though?
I thought it was like a main artery or something.
Okay, well explain that to me. Yeah, what happened?
I don't know, but then I know I saw him bleeding in his leg.
Where at on his leg?
I don't mean to.
No doctor called.
Right inside of his left thigh?
Yeah, but I did like.
Was the blood dripping? Was it?
Only way that I noticed it, and honestly, I didn't even notice it until I started trying to stink. And then when I started looking at his clothes, they was bloody.
The detective offers Nicole a cigarette and allows her to smoke in the interrogation room as she continues her story.
What caused the boy's injury with the blood in his thigh?
I can't remember what exactly he was playing with. And I think I yelled at I think I swung on him for playing with it.
I think she cut him.
But I can't remember what.
Was there a chance you hit him afterwards? And
I didn't see the thing.
okay.
I told
but
you
said
I
you swung on him.
Yeah, because he was playing with something. I didn't see the thing I told you I didn't see the thing that was in his leg until it was like, it was just
And what was it?
I never even looked at it. I never even took his pants off. I just seen the blood. And I yelled at him like, well, I didn't yell at him when I seen the blood. I yelled at him like, I don't even remember what it was.
Larry's body arrived at the medical examiner's office still wearing Paw Patrol pajamas. His body was also covered in bruises, and while superficial wounds were found on his legs, they showed no signs of deep bleeding. However, internal bleeding was noted around both his knee and elbow, suggesting trauma before death. Like his sister, Larry's advanced state of decomposition made it impossible to determine an exact cause of death. Although she claims not to know exactly what caused his injury, she clearly remembers what happened next.
He was just like getting drowsy, like just getting drowsy. Like the last thing he said.
So the last thing he said?
He said, "Honey, can you lay me down?"
What's that?
He said, "Can I lay him down?"
Can you lay him down?
Yes, because he was sitting up in the chair. He said, "Honey, can you lay me down?" And I said, "Yeah, honey."
He beat that child to death too.
And I went to smoke, and I turned back around, and it was like, stay. Hey, would I answer me?
She killed 2 kids.
Where did you lay him down at?
On the back seat of the car.
Okay. And this was about 2 months ago? Or was it more?
This month is what?
Well, it's the very end of July.
I think May.
Okay. So about 2 months ago.
Been sitting there for months and months and months and months and months.
In June of 2021, Nicole sent a video to her friend showing the black and yellow tote in the back of her car and spoke about getting odor absorber. According to Nicole, the child would have already been deceased at this time and would soon join his sister in the trunk of the car. Investigators later discovered that neither child had ever seen a doctor in Maryland, had never been enrolled in school, and neither had been reported missing. One additional detail raised further concern. Both children appeared unusually small for their ages.
It's got to be a 3 or 4-year-old kid.
Me and that mom.
The girl was, according to your timeline, about 6 years old when this happened?
Yes.
And she only weighed 18 pounds.
18 pounds.
You think that's after all of this? Because they were not tiny. Like, you see them in the pictures that y'all printed out are the pictures that I took.
And then the boy was only 21 pounds.
I don't see how, because they ate all the time. They ate everything.
So maybe, is that maybe a contributing factor here?
No, I didn't.
If some kind of trauma happened, would it be made worse?
Yeah, I didn't starve them, though. I just
beat them to
According to
death.
doctors,
I didn't
however, it
starve
would
them.
taken several months of malnourishment for the children to attain their low weights. The investigation concluded that both minor children lost their lives due to the neglect and abuse inflicted on them by their Aunt Nicole.
I just can't believe they came up here and made it seem like I was some type of bad person.
You are a bad person.
Like I was some type of trouble person. Like, yes, I've been depressed all my life.
Exactly.
I can't believe that she really came up here and made it seem like I was a bad person.
You are a bad person.
1 month after her arrest, Nicole's mother emailed Baltimore public officials, pleading with them to intervene and protect her remaining grandchild. The email additionally criticized social workers and Deschelle for not safeguarding the children. Multiple news outlets reported that Deschelle created a GoFundMe campaign to
Now
raise
this
funds
is
for
the
their
mother
parent.
of the 2 kids that are deceased. She did a GoFundMe campaign. Okay, she was trying to get $12,000, and that was quickly shut down. Now, the grandmother, where were you at? Because I'm going to have my grandkids with me. Anybody knows me. If Nate tells me or they tell me, well, my other son and his family just went to the Dominican Republic for last week they went. Oh, okay, I'm going to make sure you have those kids.
And rumors later circulated that she may have launched as many as 4 separate fundraisers, though all have since been deleted. Following her arrest, 33-year-old Nicole Michelle Johnson was held without bond and later indicted on 14 criminal counts. The charges included 2 counts each of first-degree child abuse resulting in death, first-degree child abuse involving severe physical injury, second-degree child abuse, second-degree assault, neglect of a minor, failure to report the death of a minor, and unauthorized disposal of a body. She ultimately pleaded guilty on August 13, 2024 to 2 counts of first-degree child abuse resulting in death. She was sentenced in February 2025 to life in prison, with all but 50 years suspended, as well as an additional 5 years of supervised probation upon her eventual release. If you'd like to see
So, that's what happened with her. Now, I'm going to show you this one and then I'm getting out of here because this case was just solved about 7 days ago. So hold on. Let me stop it. I'm going to show you this and then I'm going to get out of here. I ain't got shit to do, but I want to just relax and watch Netflix. It's my Netflix day. I need to watch The Real Housewives of the OC for tomorrow. Okay. So here we go. This case was just solved. And let's play.
Twins in the Bronx. Police discovered the babies brutally beaten to death outside an apartment building in the day. Police arrested a mother accused of killing her infant twins in the Bronx. Police discovered the babies brutally beaten to death outside an apartment building in the Claremont section. The babies so young, their umbilical cords were still attached. Eyewitness News reporter Lindsay Tuckman live outside that building with the very latest developments. Lindsay.
David, police tell us it was DNA evidence that helped solve these horrific homicides. It all happened in the apartment building behind me here nearly 5 years ago. But now today, the mother of those 2 newborns has been arrested. It was just over an hour ago that the 36-year-old Stephanie Castillo was walked out of the nearby 44th precinct to be moved after being charged. She kept her head down rather stoically. She didn't say anything to the press outside. Police say she was picked up leaving a homeless shelter earlier this morning. Now, according to the NYPD.
So did you hear this, right? She beat newborn babies to death and their umbilical cord was still attached. It took them 5 years. So nobody knew this woman was pregnant?
Again, it was modern DNA technology that finally linked her to these dead infants. And officials say it also comes with years of tedious detective work and 5 years of searching for her. It all happened back in November of 2020 amidst the pandemic. The newborn twins were found beaten to death and dumped in a bloody heap in a courtyard behind this building here on College Avenue. Their umbilical cords were still attached. Surveillance video at the time was minimal, and detectives really struggled for clues as to who was even pregnant in the building at the time. They told us today that even Castillo's parents, who she lived with at the time, didn't know that she was pregnant. Now, police held vigils here every year with neighbors and say detectives just wanted to give a voice to the youngest of victims.
If you see the amount of work that they have done on this case over the past almost 5 years, it's amazing. Not a day has gone by where they didn't think about it. Every lead was investigated, so much so the lead detective, even on her days off and stuff and vacations, would be answering phone calls about it.
Now, again, Stephanie Castillo is in police custody. She has been charged with 6 counts of murder and 6 counts of manslaughter for the death of these 2 newborn babies. Live in the Claremont section of the Bronx, Lindsay Tuckman, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
So we think the other one is bad. Beat to death. I'm just crazy. But there are so many of these videos that I watch, And I watch them and I'm like, oh my God, are we freaking kidding? And when I watch them, I just sit back. And some I will put on my community tab. And I thought I did that, but I guess I didn't. But I wanted you guys to and thank you, Snuggle Bunny, because I thought I put that one on my community tab. I really, really, really did. I thought I put that on my community tab, but I didn't. So for that, I am going to go and I still can't believe that story. Beat those babies to death. Yeah, but it took them 5 years to find her. Exactly. And this was, I get it, it was during the pandemic, but you gave birth at home and your parents didn't know you were pregnant? And you know you can bring your baby to a fire station or a hospital, police station, drop them off, no questions asked. And that was going on for a while. I don't know if that's still the case or not, but you can drop them off. Look how many times. Oh, there is one. I think I'm going to find it too. There is one where 6 kids were left in a car, in 2 different cars, 3 in each car. And somebody happened to walk and see the kids. There is one where a little girl was left in a car overnight after their family came from an amusement park. It was 6 kids. They got all the kids out, but left one in the car, which was the baby. She was still strapped in her car seat. She didn't die. But just think if somebody hadn't went and saw that. So this is crazy. Chantel, I don't know what you're talking about, but it's crazy that you have 6 kids and this is the baby and you didn't realize that you didn't put the baby to bed. It just so happened somebody saw the child in the car. I don't know how they saw the child because the windows are deeply tinted unless they were trying to break into the car. Saw the baby in the backseat and called the police. They went to the grandmother's house because that's where the car was registered at. And she told them, no, it's her daughter. And then they found out what apartment they lived in, which was a townhouse. And they went there with the mother and the father were sleeping. And the baby was in the car. They arrested both of them. Both of them. So I watch a lot of these videos and I'm just amazed at the shit that goes on. So thank you guys for being here. And I'm going to, I see E11 just sent me that video. I'm going to review that video. And yeah, more than likely I am going to, I'm going to pull excerpts from it. And I'll discuss those. I think all states have a safe haven. I didn't know if it was still in effect or not, Wicked, but I know that's something. Let me write this down. And I'm going to try to watch. Let me tell you, I have my list right here that you gave me, Wicked. We Were the Lucky Ones. All the Light We Cannot See. A Small Light. I have them written down. Someone else told me to watch Sirens. So I still have them written down right here. So when I tell you guys I'm writing down stuff, I really am. So I will be chilling on my sofa today. Right now I'm getting ready to go make me something to eat. And thank you guys for the super chats. Thank you for being here. Thank you for participating in the chat. Thank you, Darit. Thank you, Samantha, for coming up. I really appreciate you guys. I don't know if Jen's going to go live or not today, but I know George is going live. I think it's at 12 o'clock my time. And I will see you guys tomorrow to go over our reality stuff. I need to watch the OC in Miami. I watched Miami. I need to watch the OC. So I will definitely see you guys tomorrow. And it depends on what happens today. I don't know. I may be back. You guys have a great day. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Bye, guys. And thank you guys for the membership, for everybody that has members and is still here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope see you too, Party Rock. I will. I promise with you, I will. Have a great day, guys. Bye. And thanks for all the new members.